on, Roll. I said I was sorry. I didn't mean to walk in on you while you were getting changed. I didn't see much. And when did you get that tattoo? Very interesting spot to put it. Very progressive of you. Come on, Roll. Aw, man. Poor Roll. Still upset by that little incident. What's going on, everyone? Middleblade427 here, and welcome back to Mega Man Legends for the PlayStation 1. In the last episode, we did a... Wow, I'm fusing through the wall here. Now, in the last episode, we did a bunch of minigames. We helped the police do their job because they can't do it. We helped a woman, get to the hospital. We didn't help her give birth because that's not what we're trained to do. We're trained to fight robots, not born babies or whatever it is. And then we also we happened to walk in on Roll as she was getting changed and got kicked out. And then what else did we do? Oh yeah, and then we went and we got the money back from server bots who robbed the bank. So we were pretty busy in the last episode doing all kinds of stuff for Cadillacs Island. And now what we need to do is we need to form a club, boys only, yeah. And to do that, we go to the north. Now, if you went around and you started talking to people, you would find out that Jim and his gang have kind of gone missing. No one knows where they are. No one has seen him in a while. And Paprika, the poor little puppy, is so upset that Jim is gone. Well, where did he go? He actually went over and around this way. So, you remember that house up there? That is where the helmet was that we gave to Mega Man and where the junk owner and his wife are. But if you look over that way, over that mountain area, you can see kind of a weird rundown house. And that is actually where Jim is. So why don't we head on inside to lot 21, apparently, and see what they're up to. Yep, here they are. Jim and crew have, established themselves inside of this house. So let's see what Jim has to say. Huh? How'd you find us? Oh, this place? This is our secret base. We're still working on it, though. Hey, do you want to be a member of our gang? Huh, they have gangs on this island? That's pretty crazy. We could use your help to finish our base, see? You don't have to if you don't want to. ... Yeah, that's pretty much him telling me you better, because you know too much, Mega Man. So, of course, we're going to go ahead and be part of his gang, because we want to be like the cool kids, and these are apparently the, really only kids on this island, so we want to be cool like them. So, sure, I'll join. Really? Great! I knew you would join us. Okay, I hereby make you the Requisitions Officer. Awesome! Do I get a badge for that? Your job is to procure all the things we need to fix up our base. Let's see. First off, we need a pickaxe. That's a random piece of equipment. Yeah, I need to get a pick, so that's pretty much it. He sends the Requisition Officer Mega Man off to go get a pickaxe. So, yeah, these guys are just going to be standing around doing their thing, and we're going to go ahead and go, not jump around, go on out and collect that item. So, the way you find the pickaxe is actually rather easy. And this whole Jim's gang side quest thing or whatever is kind of a lot of fetch quest stuff. So, whereas other parts of this game had me just going from point A to point B and fighting this and fighting that, this is literally a fetch quest. It's like, go find this. Here you go, Jim. Okay, go find this. Okay, here you go, Jim. And then a few more finding of stuff, and we get actually some pretty decent items from this, including one that will enable us to get the best weapon in the game. So this construction worker guy here, right outside the bank, is the one that you want to talk to, because we can just get the pickaxe from him. Nice, easy, simple, to the point, and we can roll on back through the northern forest here, the Closure Woods, I believe this is, and go on back and hand this off to Jim and the gang. They're really not bad kids. I think they're just misunderstood because, they're teenagers. I think they're teenagers. Maybe they're a little younger than teenagers. I'm not sure. I kind of forget how old Mega Man is. I think he's supposed to be 14 or 15 or something like that in this game. So these kids can't be too much older, right? Especially that one on the left. Let me get in here. Yeah. Especially this little kid in the blue on the left. You gotta be what, like 9? I can see being around 13, 14 age. Jim's gotta be a crisp 15, 16, which is why he's the leader. Either that or he got one hell of a growth spurt growing up. So, here you go, Jim. Here is your pick. Yes, count on me. Excellent. And now we gotta leave the rest to them. Literally, we have to leave and wait for them to do any of their fix-ups. So this is gonna take a little bit of time for them to go ahead and change up the house to their, specs and everything, which is kind of weird because we gave them a pick. How are they going to be able to do all that with a pick? I have no idea. to ask those questions would be to question all the logic of the universe, and I'm not about to do that. So, while we wait for Jim and the gang to fix up the house, which, better them than me, I don't mind just getting them stuff, better than me doing the hard labor, we are going to go ahead and we are going to finally talk to Roll after that whole incident in the last episode of Mega Man walking in on her. I know she forgave him, and I know she's okay with it, which seems a little flirty to me, but we're going to go ahead and be a little bit more flirty with her. So, let's go ahead and talk to Roll. And do you remember all those things that we've been collecting throughout the course of the game? We got the flower right outside of the Closure Woods subgate entrance. We got the ring from one of the subgates, and we got the music box from the minigames. All three of those items can be given to Roll, which is what I'm going to do, and they go towards making Mega Man a good person. So if you got that really dark armor, it would help you become light armor Mega Man again. So let's talk to Roll. Say, Mega Man, that sure is a pretty flower you've got there. And you can say, no, it's not. It's an ugly flower. By the time I give it to you, since I picked it, it's probably wilted as hell, but that's okay. You can still have it. You can fix it, right? Really? Gee, thanks, Mega Man. I'll have to get some water to put it in. Awesome! Good, so she liked the flower and she's happy with the flowers. Let's talk to her again. And now she's going to talk about the music box that we have. What? You got it as a prize in a race? Way to go! That's right, I'm a fast runner, even with my jet boots. So, because she gave me the jet boots and it was because of her that I won it, I wanted to win it for you. Aww. Oh, Mega Man, I don't know what to say. Thank you. See? Got some heavy flirting going on here. I know they're not brother and sister, but still, it's kind of cute. Whatever. What a wonderful little ring. Did you really find it underground? It's so nice. Now, is it really that nice? It probably could use a little bit of a polish to it, but you know what? Why don't you keep it? You mean it? I can have it? Wow, thank you so much, Mega Man. I promise I'll always wear it. Alright, so with that, I'm actually going to take the support car right to the flutter, so hold on 1 second. Poof, here we are. Let's go ahead and exit. Yep, they'll be in the flutter, that's the whole purpose. Now, we got that scene once of Roll getting changed and everything. It won't happen again, so don't think that it's like one of those, happen multiple time shticks, even though Mega Man probably is a little blue pervert. But, we're going to enter and leave her room at our own leisure as we see fit anyway. And once we enter, take a listen. Hear it? That's all the music box. So we gave her the music box. So now in her room, you hear that playing. And this flower right here looks exactly like the flower did the entire time, okay? So if you've been in and out of Roll's room, you'll see this flower has always been there. And if you checked it before, it just said, oh, it's a flower. Now if you check it, it's the flower you gave Roll. She must have really liked it. Yeah, because it looks exactly the same as the last one. So it's little things that change whenever you give Roll, all those little gifts and everything like that. So it's really nice that it works out that way. So that's really all I wanted to do to show you guys in between, waiting for Jim and his gang to finish building up the little clubhouse thing, or the gang house, or whatever. It's gangland now. Oh my god. Gonna start taking our turf back. So what I'm gonna head now is I'm gonna go to downtown, and I'm gonna do some money grinding, because once I get the rest of the items, which will happen not this episode, but definitely the next episode, there is an item that I really want to level up as much as possible. So I'm going to need a lot of Zenny, way more than what I have. So I'm going to start collecting a little bit now, and once I have collected enough, I'm going to head back to Jim's area, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. So I will meet you then. Okay, it spent about 10 minutes or so grinding up some Zenny, over 600,000 right now. So it's been about 15 minutes or so since we gave Jim and his crew the pickaxe. And what they did was actually quite a bit. Look at this place. It's not as run down as it was before. It actually has, a pretty decent roof on it and everything. Has some nice coloring to it. Man, that's a magical pickaxe, that's for sure. So why don't we go on inside and see what the interior looks like? Oh, God. Guys? I can't tell if that's a bad paint job, some type of wallpaper being torn off, or you guys smearing excrement on the walls. I'm not 100% sure. You may want to talk to your interior designer and get this a little bit fixed up. But otherwise nice job. What do you think? It's getting there, isn't it? Oh, that reminds me. There's something else we need you to get. Think you can find a saw for us? Good luck, Requisitions Officer Mega Man. Oh, you're just saying that to butter me up. Keep doing that. I like it. So, what we need to do is we need to go and find a saw, which really isn't that difficult at all. I mean, we're going to literally go back to the same construction guy that we got the pickaxe from, but unfortunately he's going to direct us into another place. So, henceforth, the whole fetch quest idea and things along that way. So, it's not that bad. It's pretty good. And once we give Jim the saw, we got to leave and come back again, probably about another 15-20 minutes later. And then once the clubhouse has expanded its fullest, we can actually start getting some good stuff. So, you dude, yes, a saw. Sorry, threw mine away. Why would you throw away a saw? Like, that seems terribly wasteful. Like, I don't know. Unless it was broken or something like that, then I don't want it. But if it was a perfectly good saw, don't just be throwing crap like that out. You never know who's gonna find it. Like me. So, we need to find... I want to say it's over here. One of the trash cans has the saw in it. I want to say it's this one. Aha! That should be it. Come on, open. There we are. And is there anything inside? And we found the saw. Nice and easy. Yeah, that's really all you had to do in order to get this little piece of equipment. So we're going to go ahead and bring this back to Jim and give it to him and see what him and his gang do next. Because I'm telling you, like... it's amazing what those guys can do with very little tools. Unless they have more tools and they're just not sharing them with me or something. I mean, I'm just the requisitions officer. All I need to do is go get stuff. I'm not privy to the information about what is in the magical toolbox that Jim and his gang have. But that's alright. I'm doing my job, they're doing theirs, and we're all okay with it all. Let's head over this way. Oop, jump. Run. Okay. I thought I was going to have a further fall, but that's alright. In! Alright, Jimbo. Here you go. Hey, you got a saw? Good work! Okay, leave the rest to us. Yeah, we'll get this place fixed up and it won't even recognize it. I hope not, because those walls look horrible, man. Like, absolutely disgusting. But, what the hell is it? Hitat? Is that what it is? Win! That's what the other box. Some interesting stuff that they have here. What does that say down there? SHDR? I don't know. Does Mega Man actually talk about these things? Where did they find this desk? I don't know. And this is a box. Looks like they're finding all sorts of things. Good for them. Alright. So, just like before, I am going to head out of here. And I'm going to head to my money grinding spot. I will do that for about 15-20 minutes. Then make my way back to Jim to see how the final expansion to the clubhouse goes. Talk to him a little bit, and then show you guys exactly why we needed to do all of this. A little bit more fetch questing ahead, but trust me, it's worth it. So, I'll see you guys momentarily. Okay, 15 to 20 minutes later, after farming some zenny from my favorite little honey hole, I have myself up to 725,000, which you may be thinking, man, you're never going to spend that much. You have nothing to buy. Guess what? I'm sitting here concerned that I may not even have enough for what it is that I want to do, but I'll worry about that later. Anyway, so Jim and his posse have been hard at work building up their house, and look at this. They've even added a whole nother wing to it. Man, that saw is even more amazing than the pickaxe. It's crazy. Look at the door. Who went to Lowe's? Who got that door and these windows? Man, you guys are crazy. Let's go on in. I'm really excited to see what the interior looks like. I hope it's not covered in smear paint. Here we go. Whoa. Oh, look at this. Check out this place. Okay, wow. Not a bad paint job. You have a pretty cool pattern there on the bottom. This whole addition area needs to have a little bit more done to it to make it look more flowing to the house. But overall, Jim, very good job. I approve of your poster, too, by the way. Very nice poster in the back. You know, a house of boys and everything. Gotta have pretty girl posters all over the place. Guess what? The base is finished. What do you think? We wouldn't have been able to do it without your help. Thanks! That pile of stuff over there has all our trophies in it. I suppose you could take something for yourself if you want to. Come back and see us again sometime. So what he's talking about is this pile over here. If we go over and we examine it, we get the Marl Wolf shell. Remember that big tank thing that we fought against Teasel way back during our first encounters with the Bonds? Well, apparently it's a piece from that tank that they managed to find, and we can take it. So we can use that for a weapon development. So if you go ahead and you talk to these guys, they talk about needing some stuff, and actually I'm kind of curious if he'll even just say it. This is our castle, come and play with us anytime. I know one of these guys say something. We finally finished it. I thought that maybe it's you over here? It's perfect. No, they're just all happy and all that other randomness. Are you sure you don't say anything? No, okay. Well, at some point during the game, maybe you need to talk to people or something along like that. You find out that there are things that have now spawned out in the world that Jim wants. And the first one is actually down over this way, I believe. It's on one of these like little hill. Oh no, I have to go through the cave system down over here. Hold on one second. Let me get down over that way. And basically what it is that have spawned are various bugs in a book. And these are little collectibles that you need to pick up and bring back to Jim, and then he'll be able to give you more stuff. That's the purpose of having... You can kind of see it on the hilltop from here. You can kind of... This is also where we got the flower. The flower for a roll was right there, and that is the Closure Woods subgate. I'm sorry, that's the Catalog Ruin subgate from the Closure Woods area. Anyway, up here we have ourselves our first little beetle. The Blue Thunder Stag Beetle, or whatever the hell you want to call it. And from there, it's just going to wiggle around on the ground, and we can go up to it and use our suction thingy to... Come on, pick it up. There you go. Suck it right on in. Stag Beetle. Awesome. I can't call roll out here, unfortunately. But, right? I can't. Special items. Right? Can I? Nope, she can't get over this way. So, what I need to do now is I need to go from the Closure Woods down to the Cardon Forest actual subgate ruin, because that's where the other bug has spawned. So, blue dot, jump. There we go, down on the bottom there. We are literally right outside the Cardon Forest subgate, and I'll use the support card in order to get here. Just a little bit easier, fast-traveling type. And all of these things that I'm picking up for Jim, you can pick up in any order as soon as the final stage of the, of the clubhouse has been completed. So, here is our second thing that we need to pick up. Let's get a little bit closer to this little guy right here. Look at him rolling around there. This would be the Crimson Thunder Horned Beetle thing. Whatever, I'm just kind of over-exaggerating. Suck that up. We found Beetle. It's just Beetle. It's a horned beetle, but we apparently just found Beetle. What? Why are you out here running around like crazy? Who are you? Hey, get back here. Hey, Missy, you talk to me when I'm looking at you or whatever. There was a tremor out this way too. Scared me out of my wits. I didn't know what to do. Why are you still running around then? Why don't you go home? Man, I've said it before in other episodes, but the women on Cadillac Island have way more balls than the men do. So that's saying something. Anyway, now that we have 2 out of the 3 items, let's jump back into the sport car and make our way to, actually, you know what? I like those other jumps I'm going to do. We're going to do those other fancy jumps. So we're going to go from this blue dot to this blue dot. See, it's much easier just to do that and whatever. Plus, the support car doesn't go back here, so I had to go and park in City Hall and all that other stuff. Anyway, what I want to go now in order to pick up the last of the 3 collectibles is I want to head to where the junk store owner's house is. And right around that house is a book that has spawned on the ground, which is right here. And if you pick it up, there we go, you actually get it spinning over your head. I kind of wish all of the other items in this game did this, just so you can get a better idea of what exactly they are. But if you look at it, it says Action, Chapter X, and just a whole bunch of different things on there. I think this may be a Mega Man X reference. I'm not 100% sure. Just from the weird character there, and then like the fairy on the back. Maybe that's like a Zero reference or something like that, because didn't the elves or whatever it was? I forget what Zero used as a power-up system, but kind of that thing. This is actually an American edit. I'm going to take that down now. There we go. In the Japanese version of Rockman Dash, that was a naughty magazine, which, quite frankly, I wish stayed in the version as a means of, just keeping to the original script ideas. I mean, seriously, as a kid and everything, yeah, I enjoyed having my comic books and my gaming guides and everything, but I got my hand on one of those naughty magazines. I owed my friends a life debt. I mean, now, you know, you have the internet, so who really gives a damn? But back when I was younger, that Playboy was still a thing, as opposed to now, which I'm pretty sure they're not making magazines anymore. So sad. Anyway, back into the awesome mansion clubhouse, and let's talk to Jim. So he says, a stag beetle, awesome. You want some broken circuits for it. What a weird trade, but you know what? I'm Mega Man. I like this weird stuff, so sure. So we do that, and he says it's going to be over in the pile of junk to his left, our right, I guess it is. So go ahead and show him the beetle that we got. I'm not sure if you always give it to him in this same order in which you collected it, but that's alright. And he's now going to give us the old heater, which is actually the very last item we need for the museum. So that was the whole purpose of this whole thing. You didn't even have to collect all three things. You just needed to at least find the beetle, the horn beetle, to give it to him in order to be able to get the old heater. At least I believe so anyway. Unless this is the last item that, oh no, never mind. You need to have this item as well. The Action Man, whatever, with hologram, the comic book, basically. Or the Dirty Magazine, which I would rather it have been. Because he gives you the X-Buster for it. And I remember when I first got this, I thought it was a buster part. It's not. It's used to make that ultimate weapon. So you really do need to collect most of these items in order to get the best stuff. Besides, this was fun. I knew you'd make a good requisitions officer. You can get your X-Buster from over there, yada yada yada. You did a good job, Mega Man. Let us know what else you find. And that pretty much signals that you have found and collected and achieved it all that you possibly could. So let's collect our old heater. Let's go through the pile of odds and ends and collect our X-Buster. And let's go through the pile of odds and ends and collect the broken circuit. The very first thing that he wanted to give us, but for some reason was the last thing we picked up. What else does it say? Pile of odds and ends. Yep, that's it. Okay. So when Jim gave us that last thingy right there that said, good job, you're an excellent, requisitions officer, yada, 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 that pretty much means that there is nothing left to pick up. And quite frankly, there are no side quests left to do on this island at all, save for just going through the Cadillac's sub-ruin. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it right here, and in the next episode, we are going to finish our run through the Cadillac's sub-ruins in order to be able to get the remainder of items that we need. And then we will go to roll and put everything together, and I will show you guys the best damn weapon in this game. Oh yeah, and then we'll also fill up the museum too, which is very exciting. So, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can get equipped with me, Metal Blade 427. Next time, we finish up all of the side things we could possibly do in Mega Man Legends, and properly equip ourselves for the final battle. You guys have a good one, and I will catch you all later.